Hey there tech fans, Rick here again from the O-Ray team with an overview of the BKA-1 8K HDMI audio extractor. This product was designed to automatically separate the audio component from any HDMI media stream so you can then pass that audio along to a soundbar or a home stereo for that full theater experience. This product fully supports 8K ultra high definition media content and is both HDMI 2.1 as well as HDCP 2.3 compliant, which means it's going to work perfectly fine with all of your modern media gear. It also fully supports a standard HDMI input signal as well as a more advanced HDMI ARC input signal to be completely compatible with older and newer gear. The product also provides advanced EDID management capabilities so you can make whatever adjustments are needed to accommodate a wide range of different audio and video formats. Finally, the product provides both an analog and a digital output to make it completely compatible with older and newer stereo systems. Now, as part of this overview, I'd like to start with a quick unboxing just to show you everything that's included with the kit. And then I'll take a closer look at the BKA-1 and I'll explain the connections and indicators so you understand exactly how to use it. I'll list the features and functions the product provides, and then I'll come back and do a short demonstration to show you just how simple this product will be to use with your own equipment. So let's get started with the unboxing. When you first open up the box, you'll find the BKA-1. You'll find a single power supply. This is a 5-volt, 1-amp DC power supply. You can plug this into any standard wall outlet. The other end of the cable has a barrel connection on it, which plugs into the DC port on the back of the module and provides all the power you'll need for operation. You'll also find a warranty card and a full instruction manual that lists connection diagrams, specifications, and other really important details about the product that you'll want to understand in order to use it correctly. Now, if you stay tuned next, I'll take a closer look at the unit, I'll list the features and functions, and then I'll come back and do the demonstration. The BKA-1 features a full metal enclosure, which makes it incredibly durable and really the perfect solution for both residential and commercial installations. On either side of the cabinet, you'll find ventilation slots, and those are designed to let any heat that develops during operation escape to keep the electronics inside at a very comfortable temperature. On the front of the unit, starting on the left, you'll find a power indicator. The minute you add power to the module, it immediately starts an internal power on self-test where it's checking the electronics just to make sure everything is working okay. Once it passes that test, it'll light that LED letting you know the module's ready to use. To the right of that is an input indicator. When you connect this up to the media device, that HDMI cable is checked. Once it's been verified, this LED will come on, confirming you have a solid connection. To the right of that is an output indicator. When you connect the module up to your monitor, that HDMI connection is checked. Once it's been verified, again, this LED comes on. So under normal operation, the power, input, and output LEDs should all be on. To the right of that is an ARC indicator and a button to turn on that function. This product will work perfectly fine with a standard HDMI signal or the more advanced HDMI ARC signal. And if you have compatible equipment, you can turn that function on by tapping that button, and this LED will come on indicating you're using the ARC standard. To the right of that is a bank of EDID switches, and these are used to adjust for different frame rates, resolutions, and audio styles, and you can make the adjustments needed to accommodate a wide range of different video and audio file formats, and that's fully explained in the manual. To the right of that is a service port. It's a micro USB port, and that's used for updating firmware on the module if needed when new versions are released. And to do that update, you'll connect this to your computer with a micro USB cable, move the firmware file over to the module to complete that upgrade. On the rear of the module is where you'll make all your connections. Starting on the left, you'll find a full-sized HDMI port labeled in and source. This connects to whatever media device you'd like to extract the audio from. Standard HDMI cable works there. To the right of that is another HDMI port labeled output and TV ARC. This connects up to the monitor that you're enjoying the content on. And again, it's important you use high-speed HDMI cables for both of these connections. To the right of that are two more connections that are output connections. These are for audio. You have an SBTM optical connection for newer soundbars and a left and right analog 3.5mm connection for older stereos. And both of these are active at the same time. So if you have an older stereo, you can connect it up here for left and right. Or if you have a newer soundbar that uses the optical connection, you can plug it in right there. Finally, to the right of that is a DC input port, and that's used with the included power supply. You'll simply plug that power supply into any standard wall outlet. The other end of that cable has a barrel connection on it, which plugs in here and provides all the power you'll need for operation. The O-Ray BKA-1 is compatible with all modern HDMI media sources, including streaming devices, digital projectors, game consoles, media players like Apple TV, and computer systems. The product's features include full support of 8K ultra-high definition media content. It's compatible with both HDMI or ARC media sources. It's HDMI 2.1 as well as HDCP 2.3 compliant. It provides advanced EDID management and offers both analog and digital outputs. Now I'll show you the connections you'll need to make to use this product with your own equipment. And for this demonstration, right here I have a small media player set up that's currently looping a video on this monitor, and there's an audio track in the background playing music. Over here I've set up an older analog stereo that I'll use as one of my output devices. Over here I've set up a monitor that's displaying the video, and I have a digital soundbar right here that I'll use for one of my other output devices. In front of me I have the BKA1. Now the first connection I'll make is from the media player to the unit, and then I'll connect the monitor up to the unit because this fits between your media device and your monitor. So let me disconnect the monitor from the media player, and I'll plug that into the HDMI output port on the BKA1, and I've got another HDMI cable right here that I'll connect to the input port and connect the other end of that into the media player. And now my video will come back up over here on the monitor once I add power. So I've already plugged in the power supply. The other end of that cable has a barrel connection on it, which plugs directly in the back of the unit. Now the reason you need power is because the HDMI signal is going through the BKA1 to the monitor, so you want to make sure that it's powered up. So now we're set up where I've got this in series with the media player, so the HDMI stream is flowing through the unit, and we're all ready to extract audio. Now the first connection I'll make, I think, for the audio will be the analog. And again, I've got a 3.5mm plug right here that's plugged into my analog stereo, and I'll plug that into the analog output. And you'll immediately hear the audio. So that's the music in the background on the video. And I'll do the same thing over here. Now what's nice about the digital connection is that it's an SPDIF, so it's going to give you high quality audio from the digital side on the soundbar. Let me plug this directly into the SPDIF connection on the back. And the minute I add that, you can hear audio over here. Now the interesting thing is both of the outputs are active at the same time. So you can hear the analog over here and the digital over here. And you also have the option of using the ARC input, which I've connected this to. I'll push the button, and now I've enabled the ARC. So what you're seeing, essentially, let me unplug these, is you're seeing the audio being extracted from the video stream that's being sent across. So the HDMI signal that's coming through, this unit is able to extract the audio component from that HDMI media stream and then allow me to pass that along to an analog or a digital soundbar by simply connecting them up to the BKA1. And it really is just that simple to get it working. I hope you found this overview of the O-Ray BKA-1 8K HDMI audio extractor helpful. It really does provide an incredibly easy way of separating the audio component from any HDMI media stream, whether that's a standard HDMI input or an HDMI ARC input, so you can pass that audio along to a soundbar or a home stereo for that full theater experience. The product fully supports 8K ultra-high definition media content and is both HDMI 2.1 and HDCP 2.3 compliant, which means it's going to work fine with any new equipment you purchase. The product also provides advanced EDID management capabilities, so you can make adjustments for a wide range of different audio and video file formats. And finally, the fact that the product provides both an analog and a digital output means it's completely compatible with older and newer stereos. Everything you need to get started is included with the kit, and with a few simple connections, you can be up and running in no time. So until next time, thanks again for watching.